Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and I don't know if you heard or not, but Ultimate Masters is expensive. I think some people on the internet might have mentioned that. Also, from what we know from 40 cards in it, there's a buttload of value in it. In fact, a metric buttload, which is a lot bigger than an English buttload. You know, I think it's actually an imperial unit for measuring wine. So the first two masters were really good and people made a ton of money on them, and then the middle one was alright, and then everything after that was kind of garbage. Massive financial failure, and those were the most recent. So then we got this, which looks better from the cards we've seen, but also a ton of money is involved and a ton of risk on top of it, and we've been burned before. Also, the most important detail of, the EV and all of the cards in it, which is how you calculate it, is missing for 2 weeks. Monday, November 19th is when we'll start getting the full list of spoilers. So we've got a perfect storm of, is it high, is it low, is it going to be valuable, is it going to sell out, what's the print volume? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Everybody's speculating, but nobody knows what the hell is going on. There is one thing that we know. A lot of money is on the line and involved here, whether it's a lot of money to lose or a lot of money to make. And when a lot of money is on the line in literally anything, people start screwing with it, which is why I'm making this video. So a couple warnings. One, there are people selling them on eBay right now, pre-orders for like $260, $270 in that neighborhood, and they have like 3 feedback. Do I even need to say why that might not be such a good idea? Actually, I do. If you're not familiar with eBay, there are ways that you can set like the handling time correctly, and then there are ways that you can purposely just not. There's actually 2 scams here. What they can do is they can upload a fake tracking number, or if they really want to get convincing, actually mail you a box that just contains like a little thing that says, oh, thanks for your order. This is your slip ensuring that you have a pre-order with us. And then more than 30 days later, you realize, wait a minute, the box never showed up. So you file a complaint with eBay. Well, if it's after 30 days, you kind of can't. But if you get in contact with the customer service and say, I never received it, they'll say, there was a tracking number and it was delivered at your house. According to the tracking, it went to this address and arrived at this time. And you say, oh, but that wasn't the product. It was a box that said your pre-order has been verified. Here's a coupon ensuring blah, blah, blah. They're just going to assume you made it up. Or if they think they can make it a little bit more locally or they don't get as many boxes as they wanted, either way, somebody with 5-10 feedback, they've got nothing to lose. It's a brand new eBay account. They never use it. Who gives a crap? If they piss off everybody and eBay boots them for bad behavior, they don't care. There's nothing to lose there. So if on release day these are worth like $350 on average, they're just not going to ship it to you. Simple as that. And then you tied up the money the entire time. They'll just refund it saying, oh, sorry, I can't fulfill the order. eBay will investigate them and kick them off. And who cares? Not them. Do not pre-order from sketchy people. I wouldn't even touch anybody with below 100 feedback. So you might be thinking, oh, well, Kid Icarus, he's got him for $263.99. And, everybody knows him. He's got 276,000 feedback. I'm not endorsing him. I've actually heard negative things about him. But, let's say you wanna order that. Well, sellers like that, I would not even say him specifically for this example, certainly not. But sellers with a significant amount of feedback have canceled pre-orders in the past. It was for Eternal Masters specifically. One seller with, I think, like 500 feedback or 1,000, like it was pretty significant. He canceled all the pre-orders saying that his building burned down or there was a flood or a theft or I don't know. There was all kinds of excuses that they sent out. And if your oops, I can't fulfill it, my bad ratio goes above even 0.5%, that's 1 in 200 sales, eBay will come down on you with fiery wrath. So what these sketchy sellers did is they marked every single one as the customer requested that I cancel this order. And then when people got the email, they didn't read it specifically. It just said, oh, your order was canceled. But like really it says your seller claims that you requested to cancel it. So what they do is they send a message ahead of time to make it look like there was a correspondence and then they cancel it. Well, there's no penalty for that. So me and Jeremy looked into this. We got a lot of reports collected and got a list of like people who were doing this. And then eBay heard about it on social media. Their PR and marketing and management people got a hold of him. And they said, we're concerned about this. It seems widespread and we don't like scammers on our platform. Can you send us some more info? And then I heard that Jeremy sent them a full list of everybody doing that and proof and screenshots and all that. And their investigation team just nuked them all. So that was good because, the guy who said, I remember this, the one guy who said there was a fire and all of our inventory was destroyed. At that exact same moment, he had like a listing with like more than 10 available. And I may or may not have used a little trick to find out how many he actually has in stock. It was a buttload. So wow, your building burned down, but you're still selling 90 boxes. What a coincidence. Oh, and they're $310. Those must have been the ones that didn't burn, I guess. Wait, why not send them to the people who had pre-orders? So yeah, this has happened for a lot of different product releases where you place a pre-order on eBay or any other platform, and then your pre-order gets canceled because on release day, like, you paid $250 and then whoops, it's worth $300, and they're like, no, we're not doing this. We're not taking this loss. Screw these people. We don't owe them anything, even though, like, legally they do. So they just cancel all the pre-orders and sell them higher. It's happened. Just watch out for it. That's why I would not pre-order this. Then again, I mean, now that you know, you could report them to eBay immediately and say, I didn't request that they, refund this or cancel it. That wasn't me. They did it, and they're doing it to be manipulative. You'll get a refund and you won't get a box, but you'll get them suspended. So, feel free to place a pre-order. I think the $250 boxes are stupidly underpriced. So let's see, what other shady stuff is going on? Oh yeah, the biggest scumbag, the most absolute piece of human garbage on the entire website of eBay, Sports and More. Nobody knows why Wizards of the Coast or any of the distributors will not cut this guy off. He is single-handedly ruining their product, the value of it, and all the singles in it by selling it this low. He has so far sold 2,724 pre-orders and climbing. Stop giving this shady, manipulative piece of human garbage money, everyone. Seriously. He's a low-margin, cheating, lying scumbag. So what has he done to hit a new low this time around? He was selling on eBay as early as yesterday. I believe it was for $1. He was selling the privilege, the right, the wonderful ability for you to get an email from him telling you when he puts them on sale. Well, boy, that doubled his profit margin because he usually makes a fucking dollar on these boxes. Selling the information of when he puts them on sale for his bullshit damaging ass price. I don't even have words for how low and how shady and how scummy that is. If the listing was still up, I would have had my entire army of loyal viewers report it to eBay so they could kick his stupid ass off the site once and for all. Gray area intellectual property materials like that are not allowed on eBay. Simple as that. And actually, he's abusing eBay's warehouse location system. They now require that you say exactly what city you are shipping from, and then people would be able to narrow down where he's actually from, which would be bad because a lot of people want to do a lot of harm to him. So he's abusing a loophole in the system by claiming that he has multiple warehouses and one's just a bullshit one that he never uses. It's just not even a real address. So then it shows up as United States instead of like his actual city. Full disclosure, I'm well aware of this little loophole because I do it too for privacy reasons, obviously. And my return address is fake. But this asshole, he's taking it to brave new levels. So anyway, yeah, he was selling the right to know when they're on sale. Well, guess what, bitch? You sold over 2,000 of them and they're still for sale and everybody found out, and you just follow the right people on social media, they'll tell you anyway. So you're just being a greedy piece of shit, making it sound like, oh, there's gonna be not enough time. Oh, we're not going to get enough. I have a feeling he's not even going to get the amount that he sold on pre-order, and he's going to have to cancel a bunch, which, if you ordered from him, first of all, fuck you. And secondly, if it gets canceled, let me know. Send me or Jeremy or Lion or Perp or any of us who cover sports and more related drama, a message. So yeah, scummy piece of garbage, absolute jerk, and he's selling for $264.99, which is way the fuck too cheap. The only silver lining that I think is going to be really ironic is what happened to the last one. And by the last one, I mean Dominaria. I don't know why I said that. He sold them for like nothing, and then on release day, they were like $95, which means he lost out on all that money. Well, get ready for 2.0, because this is going to be 300 plus on launch day. Or I should say because he's personally screwing with the market so damn badly with his bullshit price that a couple days after release, it will be 300 flat or more. Hell, a week before release, when we see the full card list, it'll probably be 350. I mean, anything could happen. This is Wizards of the Coast after all. They could put complete trash in the rest of the set, but I don't think so. So I think he's losing out on a lot of money, and that's funny to me. So anyway, what's the next scam? What's the next dishonest thing going on? Oh my gosh. I've heard rumors of this happening in the past, and I've seen the effects of it, at least suspicious activities, I guess we'll say. And this is where I'm going to make some companies real mad, but I don't care. Stop being terrible if you don't want people tearing you apart on YouTube. So you know how there's 6 distributors of Magic products? There used to be 8, I believe, and now there's 6 because 2 just said screw it and gave up. Well, I received some reports on some social media and other sources and some other people that I know other people, and, you know, the typical chain of information coming to me. I heard through the grapevine that some distributors were saying, okay, we kind of have an estimate of how money might come in. looks like it's going to be a little tight. Like, this is not double the print run as, Iconic or whatever. And on top of it, and even my own distributor said this, yeah, people are ordering a lot of it. So in other words, the number that people are asking for is higher than what they expect to get, like the actual distributor themselves from Wizards. So there's not enough to go around. So in other words, whatever I normally get, it might be 20% lower now or 50%. Like, they don't have the final numbers yet. But, they could safely allocate a certain amount, or maybe they did get a little hint from Wizards. That'll be probably about this much, So who gets it? How do they prioritize it? Well, if you're a straight shooter like ACD distributors, you'll say, we'll base it on the amount that people ordered in the past and stuff. Like how many boxes do you usually get of standard? How much do you usually spend on, this, that, Battle Bond, the other sets? Like, you can't just order $500 worth of Dominaria and then order $50,000 worth of a Master set just because it's more. It's like, it's supposed to kind of be in relation to the size of your store, which kind of indicates how much you're ordering. So in other words, if you personally ordered 0.2% of their Dominaria stores, then they'll send you 0.2% of the whatever master set. Give or take a little bit, and kind of a little bit determined by how much you actually ask for as well. So I ordered an amount that will probably be on a pallet. So it'll be interesting to see what I get, but other distributors, which are famous for doing shady crap and prioritizing certain people because they're all buddy-buddy and doing under-the-table stuff and lying about the numbers and sitting on stuff longer and pretending like it's a restock when it's not, and selling on eBay and TCG Player themselves under a different name, and like, you name it, they do it. Yes, some of these other distributors are very notorious for doing very shady stuff to make a little bit more money. Well, reports were coming in from multiple sources that they were saying, well, if you pay a little more, we could send you a little more. Like, if you think this is going to be so hot that you want triple your normal amount, if you were willing to pay an extra 10 per box, we might be able to send you some more. You know what I mean? And I've heard of them doing stuff like this in the past. This is nothing new. It's just this one's more expensive. There's more money on the line. And, if they're selling for 300 and change and they cost 200, $10 ain't gonna break you. Whereas with, Dominaria, we'll say if you added $2 to it, that would be a lot. So they're starting to really crank it up to 11 when it comes to ripping people off and making more money. And I will say, I hate to throw ACD under the bus, but they went to a lower price, and then they raised the price back up a tiny bit when Wizards themselves raised the price that they charged the distributor. So that was reasonable. But now, as of a couple months from now, or I think December 1st, I believe it is, they got to go back to their old prices. They just have to. They didn't like the corners they were cutting. It is what it is. That's their explanation. I think the last couple standard sets sold like crap, and so they have to raise the margins because they're just simply selling less and getting stuck with it. That's my theory. It's probably a combination of both. But, what a fun coincidence. They went back to their old pricing discount level above or below MSRP, whatever, compared to MSRP, just in time for Ultimate Masters. Great. So now at least everybody evenly across the board is paying more for it, but like, this is understandable, and I do actually believe when they say that this was a prior decision, like before they knew about UMA. They had changed basically the price starting with alliances, and then all of a sudden this was dropped on them out of nowhere, so they priced it accordingly. Well, then somebody else told me when I was mentioning this that Rudy had said in his video that he confirmed that vendors were charging him more money to get more. So he's one of the scumbags that's outbidding people so that regular actual real stores like actual LGSs that have actual customers that actually play Magic at actual F&M, they don't get enough because giant bulk resellers, openers, hoarders, and people selling to patrons they're buying them up. They're outbidding them. So it'll be like my friend's store, where every time it's a hot set, all of a sudden they say, oh, sorry, there wasn't enough to go around. No, what happened is you favored the other people. And this happened to me. Okay, I ordered about $8,000, maybe $10,000. It was a lot. Several $1,000s worth of Oath of the Gatewatch and Battle for Zendikar. And both times I ordered more than the normal amount of fat packs. But normally I would get in, 24 fat packs. That was my normal order from every set before that. My distributor reduced my number to 0. My allocation of fat packs was 0. Now remember, those fat packs were going for about $80 online because they had the full art land packs in them. So everybody wanted them, which is why I upped my order, but I thought, oh, okay, everybody upped their order. Ha ha ha, cool, I'm gonna get my normal 24. No, I got 0. So I called an entire month ahead of time. Literally the same day that we all found out that Oath of the Gatewatch would also have full art lands in it, and I ordered about 64 of them. So I placed my order before just about anybody else in the entire United States. I got 0 allocated to me again. The same thing happened to my friend's store. They said, oh, sorry, we can't send you any. Well, okay, I got 2 questions. Why the hell not? And as a follow-up, who the hell did you sell them to? I was smarter, faster, sooner, and saw it coming more than somebody else. Why the hell are you sending it to somebody who isn't me? They legitimately do have a first come, first serve system where if you place an order early enough, then you're gonna get more of what you ordered. So those assholes ripped me off at least once, which is funny because they've been pretty straight shooting on the rest of the stuff that I've ordered for the, years after that. So if your LGS says, sorry, between our 1, 2, 3, 4 distributors that we use, we only got a grand total of 12 boxes of Ultimate Masters. Where did it all go when the print run is the same as every other Master set? It went to assholes like Rudy selling it online for like 50 cents profit margin. In fact, it didn't just go to scummy douchebags who are flipping it, like Sports and More, and Alpha Investments and More. Seriously, Rudy, you're covering other games now. You have to change your channel name to Alpha Investments and More. Oh, the extra boxes are probably going to Channel Fireball and Troll and Toad and Card Kingdom. All the big ones, because they can say, if you don't give us more than our normal allocation now that we can finally make some damn money on a Wizards product for once, we buy from other distributors, we're just going to not order from you ever in the future, and you're going to lose a multi-million-dollar contract, so send us more or kiss my ass. And then they fire back with, oh yeah, you want more? Pay us more. You want more? It's going to cost you. Pay $10 more a box and we'll send you all you want. So they're all assholes and it's a big crooked racket. And if you think I'm just finding out about this now, clearly you haven't been watching my channel for the last 3 years because I've mentioned how unbelievably crooked and shady Magic product distribution is. I've said it in at least 10 videos. But now we have actual proof. And does Wizards care? Hell no, they don't care who it goes to. They should, because it affects how it gets sold. Like, for example, you give too many boxes to Sports and More, and the price crashes because the asshole sells it too damn cheap and ruins the value of the entire set and everything in it. Oh, and I love how Rudy said that he's not going to say which one of his distributors did this, like requested more money for more boxes, because he doesn't want to offend anyone or make any waves. I would put money on it being Southern Hobby. There's almost no way that it's not Southern Hobby. And if by some miracle it's not them, it's Diamond Comics, okay? It is one of those two. I can virtually guarantee you, based on their wonderful company reputation, that it was one of those two. I personally know of 4 different shops that just drop Southern Hobby because of their bullshit unfair allocation, where if it's a garbage set, they'll send them tons, and if it's a really good hot set that you can actually make money on, they'll just say, oh, we didn't get enough, and they'll just sell it to everybody else for more money and do all this crooked shit and hold on to it themselves. Oh, and sell it to Sports and More, don't forget that. So unless Wizards steps in and does something about this, which they really should, because it'll help prop up the value of these, which I don't know if you noticed, they've had trouble with the value of these products lately. Unless they do it, it's never going to get solved. So it's official. As of yesterday, I'm done with this bullshit. On the call with my distributor, I told him I'm canceling my account in July and I'm never selling another MTG product as long as I live. The, I believe, third Ravnica set is the only one that I'm going to sell, and after that, they can fuck right off. I'm sick of losing money to crooked assholes like Rudy, who steals boxes by outbidding me, and I'm sick of all the bullshit. I'm sick of Sports and More undercutting me. It's a fucking joke. You guys wonder why stores are failing left and right? It's because of this absolute shit show that is how they distribute and sell these products. So fuck this whole system, fuck Magic the Gathering, fuck Wizards of the Coast. If you guys know of any more wonderful scams and shadiness going on with this Ultimate Masters, let me know down in the comments section. Otherwise, hopefully you found this very educational and informative. Screw you, Rudy, you fucking scumbag. Thanks for taking boxes out of the hands of every actual LGS. If I do not get the palette that I ordered of this set, I am holding him personally responsible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.